Well, for more on business news, it's autumn in Washington, D.C., and that means it's time for the semi-annual gathering of the International Monetary Fund as well as the World Bank.
Right.
The meetings come as developed nations battle runaway inflation and rising interest rates, but various officials have been expressing concerns about the developing threats to emerging economies. And that raises a big question. Can leading economies look beyond their own financial problems?
All right. Yes, we're now joined by Arise correspondent Nkechi Nnana, who is live in Washington. Nkechi, good to see you. Okay, very quickly, a crucial set of IMF meetings, definitely. What's at the top of the agenda?
Yes, nice to see you, Ngozi and Adesua. So basically, the US is hoping to use these meetings to push European countries that are slacking or not quickly living up to the pledges that they've given to Ukraine, basically. And there's some sort of frustration here in Washington because their allies are behind the terms of fulfilling their vows to help Ukraine financially. And on another hand, IMF has approved a request for $1.3 billion emergency funding just to help cushion the effects of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And so during the course of this week, IMF officials will be meeting with Ukrainian authorities just to basically discuss the budget plans of Ukraine and its monetary policy, even as it basically commends its central bank and the way that they've handled the effects of the war. Something else that we'll be looking out for, which is really important, is tomorrow there will be the world announcement of the World Economic Outlook tomorrow, which is October the 11th on Tuesday. It will be 3 p.m. at Nigerian time. We know that the IMF is once again lowering its projections for global economic growth in 2023, and Kristalina Georgieva, the IMF chief, basically says it's projecting the world to lose economic growth slower at $4 trillion. And just to put that in context, that's the size of the economic growth of Germany. And so it's just not a good look for a global economy.
Well, thank you for painting that picture for us, Nkechi. We look forward to that tomorrow. How about climate change? Is that on the agenda?
Definitely, Adesua. Climate change is another leading topic here at the IMF World Bank annual meetings. Kristalina Georgieva says, people are suffering, people are feeling the pain of a looming recession, inflation, but she says we can survive that. What we cannot survive, she says, is the effect of climate change. And even today, there was a seminar just basically painting is intensifying food insecurity, especially in developing countries, Nigeria, Chad, Ethiopia, Kenya, Somalia. These are regions where there's most food insecurity, and they're the most affected by climate change. Another interesting thing about climate change is everyone will be on the lookout for what the World Bank Group President David Malpass will be saying on climate change. A few weeks ago, he was basically dragged into this controversy on his response or refusal to respond to a question during a session basically on man-made climate change, where he said, you know what, I'm not a scientist. And everyone was just criticizing him, including the White House, who says, you are basically a world leader, global leader, the World Bank Group, and so you have to take a stance. So everyone will be on the lookout for what David Malpass will be saying on climate change. And even at that, he's said that officials at the bank are working hard to basically just free up funds to help cushion and address the climate change, climate problems around the world.
Nkechi, Nnana, thank you very much for that.